Okay, today's video is just a friendly little reminder to listen to all of your mental hunger. Also a reminder that you cannot run away from your mental hunger. You can't avoid it. You can't pretend like it's not there. Ignoring it doesn't work. You really, truly, and I'm sure if you know that when you're thinking about some particular food and you're afraid to eat it, so you try eating 10 other different foods thinking that will satisfy whatever that craving is, you still are left feeling unsatisfied. You're still thinking about that original food that you wanted. So you've got to go exactly head on, straight forward, with lots of aggression for that food that you're thinking of. No matter how scary it feels, no matter how much it may not make sense to your eating disorder, especially because it doesn't make sense to your eating disorder, you have got to eat what it is that you want when you think of it. That's another part. When you think of it. So a lot of times people will be like, oh gosh, you know what sounds really good is, gosh, pizza sounds good. Pizza sounds so good. I'm going to have that later. Oh man, ice cream. I love ice cream. I'm having ice cream today. Later. Oh man, I'm really craving chocolate. Chocolate sounds so good right now. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Later, right? It's always later, 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 later. That is going to exasperate your mental hunger. Because what happens is you fixate on it, you think about it, and you plan for it all day long. And then when you finally have it, yes, sure, it's exciting, but it's like you had to jump through so many hoops to allow that to happen. And so, again, honoring mental hunger, it's not just, at some point trying to eat something similar to sort of what you were thinking about. Honoring mental hunger is when you think of a food, you go after it as fast as you can. I get that maybe it's not feasible in the very moment. Let's say you're sitting in class or you're, I don't know, at a practice with your kid or something like that, and you can't. But as soon as you can, as soon as it is feasible, go for it. Anytime you have the word or the thought, wait, I'll wait, or later. Those are two words that would predominantly circulate in my brain during the day was wait or later. Whenever I wanted something, that was like the instant reaction was you wait, have it later. And when I recognize, gosh, those are like buzzwords, like really get me every single time. I need to stop listening to those. When I have the thought, wait, I'm having it now. I'm replacing wait with now. When I have it, have it later, I'm saying, no, now. I'm having it now. And I would actually do it. So what happens is when you suppress your mental hunger and you push it down and you avoid it and run from it and try to hide, it just continues to build and build, and it starts to feel really overwhelming. And it starts to feel like you don't even know where to start. And that's typically where people are when they start recovery, is they're so afraid to start because their mental hunger has been squashed for so long, it's been so ignored. It's like, there's no way I can trust this. There's no way I can just dive into this and expect to come out alive. And I understand that, and I felt that same way. But what happens is as you just dive in, with all that terror and everything behind you, you just jump in. What happens is as you start chipping away at your mental hunger as fast and as aggressively as you can, it does calm down. It does, I promise you it does. It probably feels like if you're listening to this and you have raging mental hunger, you're probably telling me to shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. My mental hunger will never stop. I am addicted to food. I cannot. Don't tell me it's going to slow down. Like when people would tell me that when I was in that position, it would drive me nuts. I'm just like, so happy it worked for you. It's not going to work for me. I was very skeptical, but I've had enough experience coaching now to see that it does happen every single time. Every single time people are pleasantly surprised to realize, I guess and it's a gradual process. It's not just like, whoa, my mental hunger is gone. It's a gradual process, but it does happen. And you've got to trust that process. Okay. Have faith that it really will. Your body really will eventually figure out that it can trust you, but you've got to teach it. The food's always readily available, that it's abundant. Again, same thing with, if you I know this analogy has been used a lot, but if you don't have a lot of money in the bank, and you're used to being really frugal, you're not going to feel really free to go out and spend a lot of money. You're still going to be weird about it your first few paychecks. As you start having frequent, regular, consistent paychecks coming in, you start to kind of calm down a little bit, loosen up. Things don't feel quite so tight. That's how it is with eating. You've got to teach yourself, and I know I've said this a lot as well, that food is abundant. And you do that by honoring all of your mental hunger. And that's a wrap for today. All right. Have a happy Monday.